All right, how's it going? Welcome back to Minecraft. I'm both excited and very nervous to show this to you. I hope you'll like it, but you're working on a project for such a long time that you just get inside of your own head and you lose all ability to know how someone is going to respond to it when they see it the first time. I've teased this a little bit in the past. I said that I was working on a Java-oriented server kind of thing that tied into Fallen Kingdom. I don't know how many people remember ArmadaCraft from way back in the day. What was that, like 6 years ago at this point? That was the last server that I worked on actually helping to develop. And now, for a few months, I've been working on developing a server based around Fallen Kingdom. It is still not ready, but just like I did with developing Fortress Fury and I did a bit with ArmadaCraft, I wanted to tease a little bit of the work on it. So we're going to jump on the development server here and just show you some of the stuff that's going on so far. So I jump on the server and it says, welcome to Fallen Kingdom. We got the king here, dude. We'll edit the text. It's, going across the screen. That'll be fixed. Again, this is very early development. Just want to give a disclaimer. But that said, I used to rule the world, but now it's time for you to take the crown. Let me help you create a kingdom. What would you like to name your kingdom? Please type the name of your kingdom in chat. We'll call it a very interesting name called Test Kingdom. A noble name. I wrote those dialogues, so I hope you don't hate it. Now, every self-respecting kingdom needs a flag, so let's make one. So select your primary color. We'll do something different from the usual yellow and red Fallen Kingdom colors, just so we can show that it actually ends up differentiating. So we'll do, light blue in the background, and then looking good. Next, let's choose a secondary color. Can you imagine if we had the dialogue be like, that looks terrible, but that's fine, just choose a secondary color now. We'll do orange as well. I'm sure this resembles some flag that represents something. Outstanding choice, and I don't just say that because it's the only thing programmed. Continue on down the stairs to create your raid path. So it's sort of a factions tower defense style thing, but I'm very excited that the things that we've brainstormed and planned are actually able to be executed here the way we envision them. It's really, really cool, but let's get into it. So you start here, you create your kingdom, and then you walk down the path. And once you get here, it says, using the tools in your inventory, outline the path your enemies will be forced to follow when they attempt to raid your kingdom. So what we have is you outline what your tower defense path is going to be. The overall concept of this server is it's themed after Fallen Kingdom, and you're going to establish a kingdom, build it up, and then you're going to be able to raid other kingdoms. They're going to be able to raid you, and you're going to have troops that you can bring in. And then when you are raiding another kingdom or they're raiding you, you will walk this path that you set up here. So every right click with the stick sets down another tile on this grid. And we haven't balanced all the values yet. There's going to be a maximum amount of tiles that you're able to put down, but there are a bunch of areas that you're able to go between. We could go over to there if we wanted to. Go up in the back. So it's not an exact replica of the Fallen Kingdom map. We made tweaks for the sake of the gameplay, but you can recognize it. And the kingdom itself, or the castle itself, is a little bit smaller because there are going to be different levels of kingdoms to work towards. And the biggest one will be a replica of the Fallen Kingdom castle. So we could wrap it around here if we wanted to. And this path is what the enemies are going to have to follow as they're trying to make it to the steps of your castle. There are going to be towers. It is tower defense. But not only are the towers going to be working, you as a player and players within your kingdom are also going to be there with swords, attacking and defending, as well as the towers themselves as defense and the troops that are coming in from those who are doing the raiding. So, I really it should be fun. I certainly hope it is. When you hit one of those diamond ones, it goes up to the next level, and then you're able to continue from there. And then say we wanted to go over to this area. I say we made a mistake. That's what the undo path is. So you can just undo this stuff, and you could take it in a different direction if you wanted to. But let's take it over to these stairs here. Bring it up there to the next level, and then we can loop it back around. Again, don't know exactly how many of these tiles you'll have budgeted at your disposal, and maybe you'll be able to get more as you play. check that out, dude. Check out this is the first tier castle. We have 3 currently planned, and they're actually all built. I'll show them to you after we establish this kingdom here. Let's say we're good. So that's the final tile over there. But again, there's some other areas that you can go check out that you'll be able to move your path to. You have this area down here, and then you have the whole back area, which is behind the castle. This is where you had the lake and the farm in the actual Fallen Kingdom map. But because there's going to be other structures to free build once you've established your path, we wanted to have lots of real estate. So like all this, everything that you don't set as your actual raid path is going to be free build. You can do whatever you want. You can place down preset buildings, templates. There are going to be functional structures that I'll show you after we're done here. But you can also just do your own thing, build cool stuff if you want to. And for now, though, let's go and complete our path. So you could have taken it behind the castle, over around here and up, but did it this way just because this is what I've been doing during all the demo rounds for the most part. And now that completes the pathway. So right now, because we're in development, it's going to take a couple minutes to establish the whole kingdom and get all the blocks placed. So we'll skip through this, but it should happen quickly once this thing is actually up and running in still to be decided amount of time. We're not exactly sure when it's going to be launched. I give no release date, but this is the first tease, and I'm excited to show what everyone has been working on. They've been doing awesome work so far. I've been truly impressed every time I get on here, and the stuff that they're able to accomplish. Like some of the stuff, I'm like, you can do this in Minecraft? Like this was wishful thinking when I proposed it, and I'm very impressed that it happened. So, all right, let's check out the finished kingdom. As you can see, Test Kingdom is now officially established, and I am its king. And look at that beautiful flag over there. The king was right to compliment me. And now I'm the king. See? Look at that. When it establishes your kingdom, it auto-generates all the flags. And then we also have our raid path down here, which looks a little bit more polished. It's the actual tiling of the path that the king walks down in Fallen Kingdom from that world. And then the rest is grass, and this will all be free build area, or you can use it to place the other building templates, which will be functional and help you generate resources, things like that. But let me show you what I'm most excited about. So I have these blueprints in my inventory. You're not just going to spawn in with them when you create a kingdom. I just have them for testing purposes here. But these are going to be the core part of defending for a raid. And this is so cool. So it uses Optifine and a resource pack. And when you bring out a blueprint, it outlines all the places that you're able to place it adjacent to paths. And look at this. Oh my God, it's so cool. So this is a grave tower, level 1. And they go up to different levels. This is a grave tower at level 2. And they scale in like how cool they look and how fancy and how powerful they are. And we're going to be nailing down all the attributes and what it actually means. But I can place that. So now I place down a grave tower level 2 right there. Now let's place down a grave tower level 3. Okay, cool. Do we want to place down a grave tower level 4? Of course we do. Level 4 right there. And then level 5. An absolute unit of tower defense. And we can also place down a level 1 just to, have over here so you can look. So obviously there's going to be a lot of balancing that we need to work out here, and it'll be ongoing as time goes by once we've actually launched, because without a lot of players playing, we won't know exactly how to balance everything perfectly, but these will spawn mobs that are going to defend your kingdom. We have, I forget exactly how many planned right now for launch. It's like 8 or something. I can't remember exactly, but different varieties. There will be different powers, abilities, things like that. So this one, as you can see from the zombies coming out of it, it's going to spawn zombies that will help defend whoever the attacker and the players and the troops that they've summoned coming down the path. And I am so stoked that this is actually doable. It's so cool. Oh my God, dude. Optifine and Resource Pack are massive. Obviously, just due to armor stand limitations, that's why you see it sort of phasing out as I walk by and it gets out of view. But that's just a Minecraft thing, and I'm sure you've experienced it with like armor stands and entities and things like that before. But I'm so happy with how this has turned out. Here we can go further and just see how the path looks. now that it's been all put together. So they'd follow it through there. Got our flag again, and then come up here, and then we'd follow the path again. Now, the free build, I don't believe you'll be able to do within the 3-block surrounding area of your raid path, just because that's going to be reserved for you to be able to put down your towers that defend your kingdom. But aside from that, anywhere that's not currently the path or the green concrete here, you'll be able to do what you want, make your kingdom look cool, and do all that stuff. And the raids, you'll not be able to grief other people's kingdoms. You'll be confined to like just affecting the raid path. We have to balance all the attributes of it and what the rewards are, how that all works. But yeah, we want to make it so you can't just completely destroy someone else's place. Like, we wanted to make it balanced, and we'll figure that all out as we go. But for now, I just wanted to demonstrate this. When we have it further developed and can actually show a raid in action or mobs coming out of it, then I will be very much looking forward to doing it. But just look at it. It's so cool, dude. Oh, it's so cool. And there's so many more. The modeler has done a great job. He's done like most of these towers. They're already modeled out. They just have to be added into the game. And yeah, dude, it's pretty freaking cool. And I can take you inside of the castle right here if you're interested, just so you can see what the like level 1 castle looks like. And then once, we'll have to figure out exactly what it means, how many mobs have to reach here, how a raid is completed, what is a victory, because we don't know what exactly the criteria is yet, but it'll be getting to there is going to be the end of the raid, and whatever that means, we'll figure it out. Again, early development, but look at this. It's pretty cool. It auto-fills in your colors from your flag inside of the castle and stuff, so that hopefully you get a bit of a unique touch there, and this will level up. Speaking of leveling up, let's go into another world that has a bunch of the builds on it, and I can just preview some of that for you in case you're interested. You're going to have to practice your visualization exercises a bit here, because this only shows the differences in blocks between each level, but you'll recognize this as the first tier castle that we just had in the world that we set up. It just has the default coloring for the flags now. And so we were just inside here. Then this is the next level up. And the reason why you don't see any blocks here is because it shares the blocks from the other ones. So you kind of have to visualize, take the blocks from the previous here and kind of fill them in here. But then it adds this larger spire up here. And then it's just, you know, a slightly taller castle, more levels to go off of. And then I think you will recognize that this is a more faithful recreation of the actual Fallen Kingdom castle once it's pasted on top of the hilltop inside of the actual map. And then the bridge looks more like Fallen Kingdom, as well as the spire up here. So as you rank up your kingdom, you'll be able to, like, increasing the level of your castle is kind of going to be like the most major upgrade that you're able to do. But we've got a bunch of other presets for the functional buildings over here to take a look at, because I think they're looking pretty sweet. Again, very impressed with the job that the builder has done so far. So this is like a barracks. It'll be kind of where you house and develop your troops, and it levels up from like level 1 to 5. And as you can see, it's really cool. It's like you see the very bottom of the statue starting to be built, and then it's getting built a little bit more. There's some more scaffolding, a little bit more scaffolding. You get all the way up to level 5, and you have a completed statue. I like the progression that they did there. And then it's got some interior elements as well, things like that. This is the bank preset. So anywhere that you see yellow blocks, those are blocks that are going to end up being replaced with your kingdom colors, your flag colors. So you'll be able to store all of your valuables, your currency, all your kingdom's monies inside of here, and it just keeps leveling up and up. And we're going to have a system to kind of indicate what tier, ranging from emerald at the highest tier to coal at the lowest tier, which is a bit of feedback that I inputted a couple days ago when I was looking at this. And then you got the farming area, which is like your troops are going to need food, so you're able to generate food and farming resources from here, level 1, all the way up to a pretty cool windmill over in this area that'll be generating the most food to sustain, higher level troops, things like that. And then just wanted to, again, make it easy to decode, what level is it? Okay, that's 2nd level, 3rd, 4th, all the way up to Emerald. And then we've got, this is your builder, which will help you build things. There's only 3 tiers of this one. Some of them don't have 5 tiers. And there may be more that we add just beyond this. And obviously in upgrades or updates to the server after it's already launched, which we'll be planning on rolling out. There could be more stuff. So I can't promise that all this will be at launch if we decide to divvy it out into further updates just to keep things flowing. But these are at least what we have planned for now. This is a mine build, and this will actually take you, that's why there's a portal in there, it'll take you to another part of the server where you're able to harvest and farm resources. And the better your mine, the better the resources that once you go through the portal, you'll be able to get. But again, I think it all looks really cool. And so these are presets that's why there's so much open grass area around the kingdom, and they needed to make edits so that there's more space, is because there have to be space to put these builds down, and they're pretty big. So these will go in the area that's not occupied by a raid path, as well as whatever you want to build, because you might as well make it look cool and personalize it as well. So that's kind of what there is to show for now. I mean, it's a good chunk. There's been a lot of work done, and future development teasing videos might be more focused on just showing mobs spawning out of the tower defense, or showing the troops attacking raid demonstrations, things like that, placing these down. We'll see. We'll see what the future holds. But anyway, for now, hopefully you'll like it. Again, it's hard to know when you've been involved with a project from the beginning and it kind of stems from your idea, whether or not it holds any water, whether or not people will be interested. But hopefully it seems cool. And I look forward to being able to show more, and especially being able to actually announce a date that this will go live. So fingers crossed that we're able to meet the internal goals, and I will let you know in time. But thanks for watching for now. Make sure to like if you liked. Check out the playlist in the description if this is the future and there's more content to see on this. Otherwise, no playlist for now because it is the first video of this. But thanks for tuning in, and that's it. I'll see you next time.